everyone, welcome back to another episode of PoldarkDish. I'm Marlise.
And I'm Elyse.
And today we're going to be dishing about Poldark Season 4,
Episode 5!
But first, a little recap.
Ross and Demelza continue their long-distance relationship.
She writes that everyone in Cornwall misses him.
His kids, his wife, his dog!
The Cornwall Cougars miss them shirtless dips in the ocean.
And those puffy-shirted strolls along the sand.
Rawr. Meanwhile, Ross fights for the greater good back in London.
Wormlegan reclaims his seat in Parliament.
Yeah, a booster seat! People are dying of starvation in Cornwall.
The workers aren't making enough dough to make the bread.
So Sam the preacher man wonders what the hecketh Ross is doing to helpeth.
Demelza says, cooleth your jets, he hath just begunneth.
Sounds like we're lisping, doesn't it?
Don't be silly.
I'm not bothering.
Wormlegan has no pity for the starving Poe.
Elizabeth says they should be giving you props for giving them a job.
Wormlegan says, if I don't make more money, I can't pay all the post-starvation wages.
Shit.
Money makes the world go round.
Money, money, money. It's not funny. It's Wormlegan's world. Money, money, money.
Always sunny.
It's Wormlegan's world. Oh.
All the things I could do if I had more money.
It's Wormlegan's world. It's Wormy's world. It's a Jane Austen Poldark crossover in the park.
Caroline is wearing the latest Regency fashions.
But not in black.
And she's escorted through the park by Monk the Skunk Adderley.
Monk Le Pew.
Dr. Eye Candy checks in on little Witless.
He asks Morwenna why the hell she threatened to kill her own kid.
So her nasty-ass husband don't come sucking on her toes, that's why.
That's just nasty. Demelza keeps pushing the Rodrake romance.
But Drake Cake says it's not the same as the Modrake Momance.
No mo.
For show.
Hoella teases Witless with the little piggies.
He said, this shit gotta stop, it's getting pricey.
Bitch says I need new candlesticks.
Shit. Witless and Lady Witless hire Nasty Nanny Ratchet to take control of Morwenna's son.
And girlfriend knows the price she's gonna have to pay to get him back. Little piggy. Drake Cake tells Rosina, you're cool, baby, but my heart will always belong to another.
So let's hook up, Netflix and chill.
And girlfriend says, swipe right.
That would be a yes. It's a Regency rave, Chez Caroline.
And Caroline deals with her grief by being the hostess with the mostest.
Ross wants to know who all these swanky-ass people are.
They ain't from Cornwall, that's for sure.
Too posh.
Prudy is none too happy that Ross is in London, whooping it up.
Tin right.
Tin fair.
Tin fit.
Tin proper.
Dr. Eye Candy thinks Ross and Caroline would be well suited for London life.
If Ross and Caroline met first, would they have been better matched?
Would we?
What's up, Doc?
Monk the Skunk spills the beans that Ross was at Trenwith the night of the party.
And now another episode of As the Worm Turns.
Elizabeth, George, what's all this I hear about Ross Poldark coming to my home?
I told you were too busy plotting your return to Parliament.
I think I would remember if Ross Poldark came sniffing around my wife again like a sniffing sniffer.
When have I ever lied to you?
Well, there was that time when you passed off Ross Poldark's child as my own.
You shouldn't say things like that in front of Valentine.
Valentine? Who's your daddy?
Ross Poldark! Kids say the darndest things.
Tune in next time to As the Worm Turns.
Witless pays a booty call to Morwenna.
Quick, cover your toes, girlfriend!
And she doesn't have that whole I'll murder your son defense either.
Not now that Nasty Nanny Ratchet is there. Ross visits the Poe house.
He's heartbroken over all the despair that he sees.
He says that every MP should see one. Let's plan a field trip.
Hoella is polishing a fancy new candlestick. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hubby wants to know where the cash came from.
She tells him it came from her piggy bank. It's casino night at the Regency rave.
And things get messy.
Caroline is playing craps with Skunky Monkey Adderley.
Jeffrey Charles is shit-faced and gambling.
Ross intervenes and Jeffrey Charles blows chunks all over the place.
A poor underling puke boy must clean it up.
But poor underling puke boy doesn't mind in the least.
Because the tips the poor underling puke boy gets help him make ends meet.
Which gives Ross quite the idea. Good show, poor underling puke boy.
Hoella's hubby comes home early.
Peering through the window, he sees Hoella.
She's jumping on Witless like Ahab on a Moby Dick.
Putting a whole new meaning to riding the whale. Ross tells Elizabeth that Geoffrey Charles has been poured back into his bed at Harrow.
He said it's the least he can do for his nephew.
Wait, isn't Geoffrey Charles his second cousin?
What does that make Valentine?
His son. And now for Love Letters by Ross and Demelza.
My dearest Demelza,
Dear Ross,
thoughts of you console me.
things suck here.
It's hard work in London, squiring Caroline around to parties,
Kids dropping like flies.
going to casino night,
Scurvy abounds.
Regency raves,
No oranges.
saving the world.
Get your ass home now. Thank you. Thank you. Ross tells Caroline how Julia died in his arms.
He watched her take her last breath.
He tells her that being strong is a weakness
Pain should not be avoided.
and tears must fall. Demelza helps Drake Cakes make his wedding bed.
Love may grow.
Love will grow, or will it?
And now it's time for the final episode of Oh, That Ozzy.
So, my winner, dear, was it good for you?
Well, I didn't throw up this time.
How can you not love all the time throwing down here?
Oh, that Aussie.
Anyway, it's all come to an end. And Hoella and you can go straight to the devil.
And you too, sir. Oh, that Aussie.
Oh, Vicar, the roof is leaking.
Call the repairman, my dear.
I don't know how we'll ever pay for it. I had hoped.
The gravy train stops here.
Oh, not that Aussie!
I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am.
Reverend Whitworth! Stand and deliver!
That candlestick looks familiar. Didn't I pay for it? I mean, no! I've never seen it before in my life. What do you want?
I demand a shrubbery!
Not a shrubbery. Stay away! Stay away! Stay away! Stay away!
Don't forget next week, As the Worm Turns returns to its usual time slot.
A blood-spattered Arthur returns home to Hoella.
She puts the candlestick back on the mantle.
She knows something is up.
And it ain't Willis.
For once. Rosina and her maids head to church clutching their little bouquets of flowers.
And it's a beautiful morning for Drake Cakes. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a curious feeling Drake will be running away. Drake will be running away. Dr. Eye Candy examines Witless's dead body while the news spreads around town.
Demelza decides that she should give Drake Cakes the 411 on Witless.
Should she have told him?
Or should she have kept it from him?
Either way, Rosina's not going to be tossing her wedding bouquet.
Except maybe at Drake Cakes. Mama Witless cries foul!
My son was an expert horseman.
And toe sucker.
Quite right. Drake Cakes heads Rosina off at the path to church.
Can you spell jilted?
Rosina can.
So Demelza wonders if she should have kept her big trap shut.
And Sam says, why? He would have had a godly wife,
Some nice kids.
beautiful home,
Growing together, serving Christ.
someone to take care of him when he's older.
Yeah, but no, you
did good, bud.
Yeah.
Dr. Eye Candy sits in his garden imagining Caroline and Sugar Baby.
Demelza pops in and tells him Drake is gone.
He consoles her with a long hug.
He says, our spouses should be here.
Yes. Yes, they should.
Ross tells Caroline to get her ass back to Cornwall.
And Caroline says there's nowhere like London to numb the senses.
She could not weep when her child died.
But don't you worry, waterworks are coming. Hoella tells her husband that people are suspecting that Willis was murdered.
But no weapon was found.
At the Witless funeral, Moena tells Elizabeth that she's not sad that her toe-sucking husband is dead. Hey, Moena, I'm here on the day of your husband Witless's funeral to offer you my condolences.
Well, let me tell you what you can do with those condolences. You can roll them tight like a cannoli and shove them where the sun doesn't shine.
Hey, I'm just here paying my respect.
I loathe that man. I feel nothing but relief.
Hey, not for nothing, but everybody loathes their husband once in a while, right?
That fucking piggy tried to get me locked away in the nut house.
Hey,
for
mine
God's
wears
sake.
cha-cha heels.
Oh,
so
but he
what?
tried to take my kid away from me.
Oh, please. Mine stands on a fruit box to plant one on me,
Oh,
okay?
that bad whale violated me again and again and again. Oh my God, I've lost 3 toenails down that man's fat gob.
I did it that many times from Willis.
Oh my God, again and again. I'm walking on stumps here.
Hey, maybe you ought to tell me about this toe-sucking
Oh,
thing.
let me tell
It
you
sounds like
something.
something I need to try in my marriage, you know?
life. Drake shows up at Rowena's house.
Too soon.
She tells him to go the hell away.
She's tainted goods now.
She just feels dirty.
She ain't got a toast stand on. Wormlegging hears that Drake Cakes was lurking outside of Witless's.
He suspects that Drake Cakes had something to do with Witless's death.
But Elizabeth says Witless was a monster.
And we made her marry him.
And then she says, do not pursue Drake Cakes.
He says, call off the search.
Harry the henchman shows up at Nampara looking for Drake Cakes.
Prudy clocks him on the head. We love Prudy, she's so slick. Hit that Harry with a stick.
Bunk. Things have gotten way out of hand.
There's been an enormous fire at Drake Cake's crib set by Harry, and Jackass. Demelza comes home to find Ross in their bedroom.
Ooh, nice surprise.
He says that Warleggin probably won't support his proposal.
Wasted journey. Morwenna throws her bracelet that Drake Cakes gave her into the ocean.
I thought she was going to throw herself in there too. So there I was swimming, minding my own business, as you do, when somebody beans me on the noggin with this bracelet. Ross says he wishes he could stay longer.
And Demelza says, honey, you did what you came here to do. Ross proposes a sliding scale of wages.
A system of poor relief.
Healthcare for all.
Ross creates the NHS.
And Wormy is sitting there steaming over Ross.
Just like the Cornwall Cougars.
Rawr. Let's talk about Christian Brassington.
Oh my God. He's
Oh my
such
God.
a good villain. You love to hate him.
Are
You rock.
fabulous, sir.
He goes for it 100%.
Yes, he does. And someone posted a before and after picture of what he actually looks like, svelte, handsome, and then what he looks like having gained the weight for the
Yeah.
role of Witless and just taking on that role 100%.
Well, one of the things they actually have in common is they're both kind of styling, you know, and Witless thinks he is in his own way. But I mean, Christian Brassington's always like done up really nice and, you know, looking very
Yes.
handsome. And then you see him as, you know, what do we call him? That toe-sucking pig?
Toe-sucking
And-
pig. But I am telling you, what a great interview he would make one day, because just to ask him, what does he have to do in preparation for those toe-sucking scenes? Caroline, is she getting there a little more?
She's
with
getting
the,
there, you
She's,
know.
I enjoyed.
She's hanging with the wrong crowd.
Not I enjoyed, but I thought it was interesting the way Debbie portrays the different ways that they're grieving. You see Dr. Ennis in Cornwall taking care of the sick, the poor, watching after people, being surrounded by children, because that brings him comfort. And then she's in London throwing these fabulous parties, kind of, you know, pushing her grief away.
But yeah,
so
the puke boy.
The puke boy that got to, well, listen, he
Bless.
was in a scene and, you know.
He got lines.
Exactly. Bring back the puke boy. We like him.
Puke boy, puke boy, puke boy.
I find it interesting the way that Elizabeth has finally just committed to her marriage. You
Yeah.
know, this is my marriage. I'm sticking with it.
But poor Drake. Poor Rosina. So
Oh
what is
my
this third time
God.
unlucky? She had a little crush on Dr. Eye Candy when he fixed her
Oh,
lipsy
yes.
leg. She had a crush on, and wasn't she engaged to that smuggler that they caught?
Oh, she was.
Yes.
And I know nothing's going to happen between Demelza and Dr. Eye Candy, but I just love the insinuation.
It was a little
Like,
awkward there
What
for
would
a
have
moment.
happened if it was you
Yeah.
and I and that long
It's going to
lingering
happen.
hug?
It's so quiet at night.
Well, look, before we go, we want to thank all of you, all of our supporters that have been supporting the Poldark Dish. All your donations have gone into a hat, and each week we are pulling a name for a fabulous prize, which you can check out on our website.
Yes, and thank you again so much. Without your support, none of this would be possible.
Exactly. So don't forget to go to our website, find out what the prize of the week is.
And find out if you won.
Exactly. Thank you so much for all your support. That's all we have time for this week. I'm Marlise.
And I'm Elyse.
And we're the
The Poldark
Poldark Dish. Rawr.